but this time we're on the public test realm, public test universe, I should say, the PTU for patch 3.18 prior to it actually releasing. And we're very excited because this is basically the salvage patch, in my opinion. There's lots of other stuff in there amongst that as well, like persistent entity streaming tech, like the first step of that, and much more, racetracks and things like that. But I want to look at salvage today in this video, at least the early sort of look at it. So here we are. Obviously we're going to go and grab ourselves a ship. So now we're finally here at the teaser spaceport. Let's try and decide if things work, what ship we want to take out. So I think we should start with the Reclaimer and start big and chunky. I hear that parts of it work, so we're going to give that a go. I think that would be the sensible idea. It's quite a big ship though, so we'll see how they've changed it. Hangar 1, alright, so I think Hangar 1 is one of the bigger ones, so that should be good. Alrighty then. Oh my goodness. It never ceases to amaze me, the sheer scale of ships like this in Star Citizen. Like this is the Reclaimer. I love the Reclaimer. I mean, I own this ship, you know, on my account sort of thing. This isn't a loaner. And yeah, it just gives me like Nostromo sort of vibes, the kind of like alien sort of situation. It's very utilitarian. From what I hear, the claw doesn't work, but I cannot wait for that massive crushing claw to work. That's going to be amazing. But I believe the laser beams work. How do we get in this again? Ah, yes, we look towards the floor to summon the elevator. I hear they fixed the rear ramp as well, so that's going to make things easier if we have problems later on. But yes, the cargo refactor system is partially in, the salvage system is partially in, and persistent entity streaming is partially in. So like, if you soft def a ship, which is where you don't completely blow it up, but you disable it enough where it can't be repaired again, it continues to stay there, and you can salvage it, and the bits are supposed to stay there on a shard. So we'll see how things go. So from what I can tell, these are the laser, yeah, they're the salvage operator seats, both of those. And then this would be the claw, which doesn't work at the moment, sadly. And then obviously this is the pilot seat, and I just fell through the ship. That was actually very lucky that I didn't die. Holy moly. Alright, so the elevator... Oh, there we go. That's very glitchy. But yeah, it's a public test server. It's not something I would expect to work flawlessly. And it certainly doesn't in any way, shape or form. But this is what we do to test things, to make them better, right? So don't step too far forward. Need to click on that. There we go. Right. Point has been taken. We could possibly die if we got out of our seat too early. So I hear they've changed this to be a little bit easier to actually pilot as well, considering its size. I believe you still have to keep it in VTOL mode though. So we're going to do that. And obviously things like Orison are going to be just as painful because, you know, thicker atmospheres, bigger atmospheres in general. I hear they've shrank it though in the patch quite considerably, so it's easier with Orison. But yeah, this ship is just, it's insane, isn't it? And this is one of the smaller ship sizes in retrospect. Oh, this is so much easier to gain altitude with. Look at this. Holy, that goes so much quicker than it used to. I'll actually be outside of the atmosphere before Christmas. Literally. That's good. Can't wait for that. Alrighty, finally, it looks like we're high enough. That really didn't take that long at all. Maybe like 6-7 minutes or something. That is significantly better than it used to be. Right, so the place I would like to go... Well, first of all, let's just do a minor jump because I saw a red target looking at me. Let's just peace out of the main bit and then cancel halfway. There we go. And then we can look at the skyline map without being annoyed. So I want to go to Crusader L4, Crew L4, because supposedly there's some really good places to get, what do you call it? Salvage. I mean, you can make your own salvage, but I quite like the idea of doing some NPC salvage. Alrighty, here we are then, arriving at Crew L4, and now I've got to try and find these supposed wrecks. There is supposed to be like an 890 jump that's just been discarded amongst with a bunch of other ships. So I don't know how close to the actual station this stuff actually is. Oh no. Is my ship not moving? Hello? Ship? Ship. I'm guessing the server's 30K'd or something? Let's try turning it off and on again. Not usually. Nope. I'm pretty sure the server has just 30K'd as I've tried to get here. And I've been on for maybe 10 minutes. Oh, the PTU. Well, I'm back from a 30K, but I have now got a whip instead of a cloak. This game. What is this? It's like having a, I don't know, like a parachute or something, or a blade equipped. I think it's supposed to be like a pipe, but it's glitched out of its hole. I don't even know what's going on anymore. I kind of like it as well. It's weird. It's comforting. But yeah, let's see if we can get back to where we were. Come with me, incredible cape whip blade accessory of amazingness. We have a ship to catch. What even is this? Maybe I could get people to skip over it like a skipping rope or something. Charge them credits. I don't know. I have no idea what this is. Alright then, let's try this again. Hopefully we can get to a destination before 30K error. It is absolutely beautiful though, isn't it? Even this nighttime takeoff. Just, oh, I love this game so much. It has so much potential. I can't wait for it to be even more fleshed out than it is, but patches like this are really giving me optimism and hope. Alright, okay. In theory, we should be here now. I managed to skip on, and I came out to Crew L4, so here we are at Shallow Field Station. Just jumped straight here, as you can see. And on the screen, I've just done a quick scan. The station itself is just there. And we have a new icon. And this is the icon for Salvage. I've never seen this icon before, but as you can see, we seem to have a salvageable object over here, this direction. So I'm going to very gently and carefully go over here and hope I don't hit any rocks, because that would spell the end of existence if I hit anything, I'm pretty sure. And then we'll see what we can do in terms of salvage. I don't know how this works. I'm excited to find out though. Very excited. The only problem is I can't really see the full width of the ship. And it's very hard to judge how quickly you're sort of heading towards something. Is that an 890 jump or is that a rock? I'm not sure. Oh, it is an 890 jump. We found the 890. There's also two other salvageables up there. Interesting. Wow. This thing's cool. Look at the size of it. I mean, it's not too much bigger than what we're in right now, I guess, but there we go. Nice and close. I don't know how close I want to get. Kind of like the idea of writing my name in the hull. That would be cool. Maybe just over here or something. This'll do, I think. And then because the lasers are underneath, we need to pivot up a little bit, I think. Right, let's try that. And see how we go. Okay. We've got to move quickly before the server has a you know, mistake and we end up not being able to play again. So let's be careful with the volumes because the game is incredibly loud in parts of the ship. And let's see how this works. So let's see. Is there an on button? There is. Power on. Ah. Very nice. And then enter remote turret. Oh, look at this. Oh, this is what it looks like. Oh my goodness. So we've got a braid scraper module and trawler. So right click switches between those, but let's fit. What's the difference between a braid diameter 6 meters and then the other one is 3.5? Oh, is one a tighter beam? Let's have a look. Yeah, so that cuts like a pretty big hole, and then the other option cuts an even bigger hole. Oh, I see. All right, let's. Whoa! Look at this. Oh, I quite like that. Look at that. Like cutting a hole in the actual ship itself, like a donut. That's cool, isn't it? I like that. I thought it was going to be a little bit more of a fine beam than that. Don't know if I can, like, actually write anything with this sort of size brush, if you will. Let's change it to the bigger one. Oh, wow. Oh, I see, like... So it says filler station ready on the left there. And your objective is to fill 1 SCU of cargo. Okay. Let's do that then. Oh, this is therapy, isn't it? This like sucky laser beam thing. Presumably if I had like the handheld multi-tool one, I'd be able to like have a much finer beam. It wouldn't be sucking as hard as this probably, or cutting as much at once. If you notice, there's also like an outline on the section of ship. So presumably if I like broke apart this section of ship a little bit more finer, I would be able to, you know, cut different sections of it up and stuff. So in the future, we'll have access to like that big claw that currently isn't usable. No material. Yeah, there's material there. I think, right? Or does that bit not count? Okay. And we'll be able to break ships apart. I don't know if you can, like, fire rockets at them and stuff, or shoot at them to make them smaller. Like, crunch them into pieces. Oh, filler station ejecting, it says. So we actually have a full cargo thingy. Interesting. I'll have to go and have a look at that. Oh, filler station ready. So it ejects cargo, presumably into the cargo hold, and then readies the next one up. Oh, this is the scraper. I see. Wait. Oh no, that's a different. It's basically 2 different size beams. So I'm interested. Is there a way of changing? I suppose it's not on a ship. It's probably just the multi-tool. Is there a way of like putting back the hull onto the side of a ship with another ship? I don't think the Vulture can do that. I think only a multi-tool can do that. It'll be interesting to see in the future, like repair ships, if they do like the opposite of what I'm doing now. So they end up giving you like the resources, you buy the wreck or you know the recycled metals, and then you put it on, or you take it off one ship and onto another. That'd be interesting. So what's this one over here? All right, so this is a different vehicle hull, 57%. So I think that the red coloration versus the yellow coloration indicates the quality of the ship itself, like how much damage that area is taken. So maybe like if I was to shoot this piece, it would fall off or like it would break apart. But we're scraping the hull. So this is the first iteration of Salvage, right? So what they're going to do in the future is make it so that you can crunch things up with that big arm that's on the side of a reclaimer, and you'll be able to like crunch even bigger pieces, not just scrape the sides of hulls. And oh, filler station obstructed. Hold the phone. So does that mean we have to go and investigate now? This is exciting. I wonder what that looks like. So this is what we've done so far on the ship. Look at that. Isn't that fantastic? See all of the little pipelines and stuff exposed. That's amazing. So now if we go to the back of the reclaimer, so let's call the elevator. Do, 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 do. And go towards the back. There's all the like cargo elevator and stuff. So there must be like a refractory up there or something. Like it must turn all of that recycled metal into like a block, like you would expect at like a scrap yard or something. At least that's what I'm expecting. Is it this way? Yes, I think it's this way. Yeah, towards the back. Do 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 do. Open sesame, please. I do think this ship is fantastic, like the crew areas and like the quarters and stuff for the captain. It's just fantastic to have that sort of like space, you know, the sheer scale of this. So salvage processing? Let's go to salvage processing. That's what I would imagine this would be. Look at the size of this elevator, by the way. There's a balcony. Oh, that was strange. Oh, cool. So this is the cargo box, right? Please ensure the conveyor belt is clear and press the eject button to try again. Oh, I see. Is there any way of I can just move this off? Oh, jeez, that was a bad idea. Because I don't think... Did I actually bring... No, I didn't bring the right multi-tool. I didn't bring the tractor beam attachment. So it is advised then that you bring a tractor beam attachment for your multi-tool. So what was wrong with this one then? That one's... Okay. So it seems only one of the refactor thingies is working? Okay, well I've cleared the... Oh, there we go. Yeah, it seems only one side's working. So this is our recycled metal right here. Isn't that interesting? It tells you like the weight of it and stuff. Are these unique numbers? 4099267? 4099267. No. So maybe in the future they will. So I can kind of like sort of push this off if I'm careful and don't injure myself too much. Here we go. Go on. Oh, physics. You gotta love them. Alright, well, that doesn't look like it will be a problem there. Okay. So you've got to make sure that someone on your reclaimer is always stood here with, like, a gravity gun, pulling stuff off the conveyor belt to make it so that they can keep on sucking in materials. And then it's presumably got to be thrown down here. And maybe it goes on like the cargo elevator and you put it in the cargo bay. Very interesting. Doesn't look like you can interact with these. Too heavy to pick up, yeah. But if you had the multi-tool attachment, you would. All right, okay. That's interesting. So let's go back to the bridge now that we know how that works. So how much SCU is actually on an 890 jump is the question. It's interesting. Very interesting. But yeah, some people might be looking at this and going, this looks a little bit laborious. Well, it's like a profession in any like MMORPG, right? It's going to be a bit of a same. I'm sure after a while this is going to get quite repetitive and boring for someone like myself. So we've just filled up another box there. But at the end of the day, this is merely the surface of just one of the you know, parts of that gameplay that are going to unlock. I should have parked a little bit lower. Let's try the other laser again. This one feels more enjoyable for some reason. I don't know why. It's like a tighter beam, it feels like. Obviously it is a smaller beam, but it feels more efficient. Look at that. You just cut swaths through the metal. Although it's kind of stopped doing what it was supposed to do. No material. There is definitely material there. It does feel at this stage though like we're just ripping off the upper layer of paint and metal. And there's all that delicious wiring and metal below that we're just not touching. Feels like sacrilege that we're not pulling that part of the ship apart. Does look cool though. That's a bit of a messy job, isn't it, though? I was kind of hoping that I'd be able to cut further down than I do, but it looks like you kind of have to be head on, like straight, you know, directly facing the object for the lasers to be in range. This is where you'd want to tell the pilot to dip down a little bit, like, could you, like, strafe down or something? Look at that. So, what remains to be seen, though, is can you break the ship up into other bits and salvage the bits? Alright. I think we have a turret nearby. It should be able to make quick work of this. I think. Either that or we're just going to explode in a big fireball and that'll be the end of the video, but either way, that's fine by me. Yeah. Oh, there we go. But yeah, when gameplay elements like this start to come out and start to get sort of like elaborated on, you start to realize the value of other players. And I kind of didn't get that feeling before. I'm a bit close. Can I shoot in third person? I can. Am I doing any damage to this thing? That's the thing, like how much what can I do to this ship? Oh! You heard that, right? I heard that. So is that now going to fall apart or something? God, it's really hard to aim in third person. Oh, there we go. Oh, I see. So past soft death, it just sort of explodes again when you fully destroy the ship. I see. But it's still in like one piece, look. So what happens if we were to try and salvage the ship now? Will it not be salvageable because we blew it up? Appears to be, yeah. So like the drive and stuff fell off, like blew up. You can see bits of that. Actually, I think that's a bit of like a landing gear or something. Don't know. Right. Oh, I did not mean to fall over in the glass cockpit. We should be able to salvage from here, right? It should tell us if that's counted as salvage anymore. Okay. Go back inside the turret. So it is still salvageable. Interesting. So even when a ship is blown up fully past soft death, you can salvage it. Okay, that's good. And it says valid. Look, valid, valid, valid. So it's cutting a hole in here. We still didn't clear the obstruction, so it's not actually collecting it. But as you can see, it still works, regardless of the fact that we've blown up ship. I suppose that's like a death state. It might have more states, like damage states past that explosion. I'm guessing. Definitely seems like it would. Very curious. Huh. I'm having way too much fun with this laser beam. That's good. It's good stuff. I'm excited to see what they do with this. But yeah, in the future, I would like the ability to use the claw and just like rip this apart and, you know, put it into little chunks and then sell all of the chunks. I wonder how much metal is on an 890 jump and how much you could make from that. Right. So, bad news. My MFDs are not working, so I cannot actually see where I'm going at all. The good thing about that is I'm still in one piece and I managed to get into quantum by sort of free aiming it and listening for the quantum thing. Yeah, it's a process. Yeah, it's a messed up bug, one that I think a lot of people are reporting already, so I don't necessarily need to go to the forums and mention that. But yeah, it happens occasionally when you sit down at a panel and get back up. Sometimes you have a chance of it not like working properly. What we need to do though, because we're in atmosphere now, is put a landing gear down so we're in VTOL mode. Otherwise we will just fall out the sky and explode. Right, so we've got a fella down here and it says spaceport, so I've pressed
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Right. Oh, and it's going to work. Excellent. I was so worried that the instrumentation bug was going to make it so that I wouldn't be able to complete my mission. But here we are. We managed to do it without any kind of heads-up display here on the panels. So, yeah, that's good. So I'm just going to head down there gently. Look at this, though. We started off at nighttime, and now it's sort of like... is this dawn or dusk? I don't even know. Be nice to land before it gets too dark, though. Because first-person landing in this probably isn't going to happen, and even if I was confident to do such a thing, it would end up in tears, considering I want to see how much these boxes are worth. If there was nothing on the line, then we'd be doing it first person, but yeah. Right, so that should be nice. Let's put a bit of thrust upwards though, because that looks a bit scary. There we go. This is me fully holding spacebar, by the way. Right, just flop it in there. Doesn't matter how. Come on, just flop. Oh, that's a rough landing. But it's a landing I can walk away from. Okay. Well, let's go and see if we can sell this stuff before the server 30Ks and someone rams my ship somehow, or I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. We use the cargo elevator to leave. So ideally in the future, you would load all this stuff onto the cargo elevator. You would exit the ship with your containers of your, you know, sealed cargo, your pressurized cargo of wreck or whatever it might be. You might have like some kind of Drake mule or something to pick up the cargo from the elevator. And then maybe you would drive that to like a special cargo crane or something. And then you would load that onto, I don't know, some kind of floating truck or something, or a storage thing. And then you would sell it that way, like a cargo bay or something. That's what I'm imagining from what I've heard. Oh, I'm not able to. The lobby should be down here, right? Like, it should be the lowest option. God, I hope so. Because I can't see the panel, can I? It's either that or we've just gone to a completely random floor. I think the lobby option was at the bottom. Oh, what a guess. It's a good job I know how this stuff works. So in terms of storing our ship...
Welcome
I
to the
think...
ASOC vehicle retrieval system. Vehicle selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
Now, I wasn't able to store my ship.
Please visit us again.
But I think by me just summoning a random ship out, it will have stored the one I had. The Reclaimer. Because I don't think you can call out 2 ships into 2 separate hangars at once. So we're going to go with that as as the prediction of if that's worked or not, and then we're going to go to the commerce section on the train, and we'll see if we can sell our stuff. All right, here we are. So in theory, this should work. If not, then I don't know. We're going to have to try and reload our game or something at the prospect of maybe losing the cargo. But I just want to sell my cargo. Ooh, those look cool. I like those outfits. The red visor's nice. So I think the trade hall's over here, isn't it? I think. Since when do they dress in red? I don't remember red and gold and black as the trade enforcement guys, whatever they're called, the police. I think they also changed the trade terminals, didn't they? These are trade terminals now? Oh, right. We're not going to be able to sell. Huh. I did not think this through, did I? The terminals won't work because I can't actually read them. Oh wait, this isn't a trade terminal. What is that? Why is there a model spaceship? What? Alright, I've reloaded. We have working panels now, so in theory, I should be able to just walk up to the business area terminals and sell my cargo if it is actually still there. If not, then, well, we tried, right? We gave it a good old college try, as they say. But yeah, hopefully this will work. But you know, I'm not going to be too upset about it. I had a really great time with the salvaging stuff. I think that's fantastic. They've got a long way to go, obviously, like with everything. But you know, to see the first stages of it is a great feeling. So where are the trade terminals then? I think these are the trade terminals. At least they used to be. They're commodity shops. Oh no, this is the trade terminal. So before it just showed a picture of a ship that I don't own. Interesting. So the Reclaimer. Sell. Question mark. No demand. Oh no, it's here. Sorry, I'm looking on the wrong side. So we want to sell our recycled material composite, which is we got 5 units of that. Look at this trade terminal. This is really nice, showing the ship in the background. So 1 unit is 38,050 credits. Is that right? We've currently got 166. Yeah, that's credits. So, oh no, it's 5 units. Sorry. 1 unit is 7,699 units. That's pretty good, actually. Why is my balance is going up now. So yeah, that's not too bad, actually. But considering like how much SCU you have on the cargo grid in a Reclaimer, we got 300 SCU, and then you could just fill the other blanks as well. You know, just fill the corridors and stuff, and the cargo bay and all that stuff, and the salvage bay. So what you're supposed to do is move stuff to cargo now, because it has a chance of being damaged and stuff. But I think that was quite lucrative, surprisingly so, in comparison to, you know, just going and doing mining. I think it is comparable, actually, to Quantanium. I'd have to double check, but if people in the comment section do a lot of Quantanium mining, how does that compare in terms of price per unit? I think that's not bad, considering that you can just destroy a ship and then just salvage it. So even if you weren't taking something like a reclaimer out there, right, to 890 jumps and stuff, which is what you would do. You'd go to like Crew L4 and do all of those 890 jumps, and you'd do like all of the other asteroid sort of wreck places as well. But if you were doing it like just solo with you know, like a vulture or something, or maybe if the vulture fits into a bigger ship, that could be incredibly lucrative. So like if you had like a Carrack and maybe the vulture fits in the Carrack, it'd be nice to think it would, but I don't think it does. But can you imagine just like blowing something up with a battleship and then launching out a vulture and then just salvaging that stuff? Repairing your own ship with wreck and then selling the surplus past that? That could be incredibly cool. I've had a lot of fun today, and despite the difficulties I've had a great time. So next time we do one of these videos, I want to record messing around with the new vulture, the Drake vulture, and then obviously doing some hand salvaging as well. We've got lots to look at, and I'm not sure if I'll do videos on all of it, but I'm excited to try it out at least, and this gives me a reason to go in and do it and put up with the servers. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.